Hello, welcome to the Lunch and Chat with Leslie show. I'm your host, Leslie Parker. Thank you for joining me with this love broadcast because today's broadcast is going to be special. Yes, it is Black History Month. I told you I was going to talk about Black history all throughout February, but I wanted to bring a little love in it. Is that okay with you? Excuse me one second. I didn't mean to have my phone on. So I wanted to bring this special broadcast to you because we're going to be talking about love, loving yourself, and also loving others, why it is the greatest gift. I mean, what else do we have with so much, that's going on in today's society and the world? We need to reach out and touch someone. We need to embrace each other and to love one another. So my broadcast tonight is going to just give you a little bit of information about love and what's involved in romance, what's involved with sex, relationships, and how we should love one another. Now, love itself is the strongest, I think, of all the emotions that we can express with one another. I think that without love, what else do you have? I had an acronym that I put together years ago. I said, love is letting others value everything about you, everything about you. And unfortunately, we just don't know how to love each other. But it's a work in progress, and I know that it will take time. But through everything else, love conquers all. So I wanted to at least share with you a little bit about my guest who will be coming on. I met this young lady. Oh man, I think it's been about 3 or 4 years. She is a beautiful person. I met her at the state office building. So I'm going to bring her in a little bit. Her name is Dr. Juliet Banu. And Dr. Juliet Banu reminds me of myself. We're like sisters. I told her that, she's like a sister from another mother of mine or someone like that. We're cousins, sisters, you name it. But you know what? We both share the same concept of love. And she's done so many great things for me, not even knowing me. She reached out and said, Leslie, when I had my retreat, hey, you want to use these chair covers, whatever you need. Is that love or what? And I always say that it takes love to raise a family, but it also takes love to come together in harmony. So I'm so happy and pleased to announce my good friend, Dr. Juliet Banu, to the stage. Are you ready, Dr. Juliet Banu? Let's bring you on. Hi.
Oh my God, look at that. Thank you so much. That was an awesome introduction.
Yes. That was you need more. Let me tell you, you are so special. You are so special. And you know what? We just when we met each other, what was that, about 3 or 4 years ago? I was sharing with the viewers when I met you. Yes. We were at the office building, and I think you had asked me about filling out a form, and the relationship just sparked from there.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, that was when I just did my movie, and I was getting ready to do a movie premiere.
Yes.
And we just became sisters right there.
Right there. Yes. And I know when you mentioned it to me, isn't it funny? We even talked about having a show. Remember?
Yes.
I think you had your production company going, and I think I was there to start a production company. Yes. So you see how God works? Oh my God, he brought us together. That synergy. I always call it that positive synergy. So
that's correct.
Coming into my life, you've been such an inspiration to me, and the viewers are going to see tonight how you're just a very thought-giving, loving person. You're very good with reaching out. You are, and giving ideas and sharing. I always say sharing is caring. So I appreciate you being part of my circle. Definitely. So I have I want to put I know everyone there out, I know the viewers know who you are, but I always like to bring out my banner about you. So tell me if I got all the information correct. I did
my goodness.
I had romance coach on there. Okay.
Okay. You know what? I have about 4 names, right? But I'm not going to give them all to you, but I'll give you my African name, Erima.
Okay.
Erima. Yes.
Erima. Okay. Oh, I love that. Yes. Erima. Yes, I love that. I'm gonna start calling you that when we're around.
Nah, that's big sister. Yes,
that's big sister. Oh, I love that. Oh my
Yes,
goodness. Well,
yes.
how was your day anyway? Before we even get into, dive into the love uh, conversation, I wanted to know what was your day like today? Did someone express love to you, and did you
Yes,
express love to
it is.
others as well?
It's an awesome day today. Also, like you have there, I'm an instructor too. I teach. So
Woo.
today I was actually working from 7 to, I had a lot of meetings with my students. And yes, I did receive a lot of love. And the joy I have in teaching is when you're done with a student and the student say to you, you have really made a big difference in my ability to understand this. So
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, yeah, so that was all that happened throughout today. And then, my daughter made me lunch. She made me lunch.
Oh, well, that was
Yes,
love. Okay, you guys are
yes,
extending that
that's
love. You
love.
starting off early for Valentine's. Very good. What
Mm-hmm.
did she make you?
Well, we have this thing. I'm not trying to advertise for this, but it's called is it Fresh Plate? So they
Fresh plate.
send
I've
you things.
heard of that.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So they send you things, and so she made like taco, for the lunch, and we still have something. She's gonna make dinner, but guess what? She's making lunch and dinner in exchange for me washing the plate.
Washing the plate. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
That's
She doesn't like
teamwork.
wash plates. Yes,
See,
yes,
teamwork makes the dream work. So you have to have that team effort. Oh, that's
yes.
fantastic. Well, you know what? I made myself, if you can see back here, just a little
Oh,
display
beautiful.
here. Yeah, so I put myself, trying to get myself in the mood, put me some red high heel shoes up
Oh,
here.
go girl.
Gave myself some roses. So, it's
Hmm.
about loving yourself, right? You got to love, if
That's
you
true.
can't love yourself, how can you love others? So
That's
I
all
put the
right.
roses, even gave myself some chocolate.
Oh, I need some of that. I
Oh, yeah.
need
Oh, I
some
have
of that.
plenty. Yes, when you come by, because you said you would come by on
On Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
So you come back
Hmm.
Friday, I will save some for you. Absolutely.
Definitely.
And I just put something together real quick. I'm like, you know what? I know, I'm a little bit extra. I know I am, but
Yeah.
extra is good sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It express who you are. I always say, be yourself because everyone else is taken. So
That's
that's a
correct. That's
little
correct.
saying that I have. But
Yes.
I do want to show the viewers real quick your little intro about your show because not only are you Dr. Juliet Banu, she is a health informatics nurse. She's a film producer and director of Riker Film Productions. She is a
Yes.
romance coach and an entrepreneur. And
Oh
she
my
also is working, yes, and she's also working on, I believe, a new film. The first film, which I love, and I thank you for inviting me to the production. It was about sex trafficking, right?
God. That was
Um,
actually the second team. That's the
oh, that was
second
just.
team. Yes. The first one
Oh,
was
she is. Oh,
American
you are really
Fantasy.
big time. See, that's the
Yeah.
second one. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the first one was American Fantasy,
Oh,
which
wow.
I played the lead lady. It was really nice. And again, it's all about women, women issues, a woman that her husband went to jail, so she had
Wow.
to like make ends meet. She has to find a way, to do things. And then this one you're talking about, it's called Breakout.
Breakout.
That's
Yes.
yeah,
I could not
Breakout.
remember
Yeah,
the name of it. Yes, that
yes.
was a phenomenal film. So, viewers,
Thank
if you
you.
haven't had a chance to see this film, how can they go back and watch it? Is it on YouTube, like a trailer of it or anything like that?
I have a trailer on YouTube, but the actual movie itself, we're trying to get it together for Netflix. So
Okay.
right now, yeah, it's I'm gonna give a shout out to my director, Sylvester Mado. He
Ah,
made this so possible. And then I met another person, Stanley Obi, who is also a director. So they're all working together to see how we can get this to Netflix. So that's where we are right
okay.
now. So we're not showing it out. We just wanted to still be like a virgin movie before, so we're gonna go Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Apple, name it, wherever, YouTube. We're going
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yes,
That's great.
yes.
That's fantastic. And you know what I always tell people, why dream small when you can dream big? Do it.
Exactly.
Just do it.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you, even though we've been through a pandemic, I do believe that people have really become very creative and they started their
Yes.
own business. They're starting to tap into the things that they really love and they are passionate about. And
Mm-hmm.
to me,
That's
why
correct.
right. So why hold yourself back from doing the things that you love to do? If you love to
Yes,
read,
yes,
if you love to
yes.
write, if you love to
Mhm.
travel. I know it's kind of hard for us to travel right now, but travel in your own bedroom, right? Travel in your
Exactly.
mind.
That's
Put it,
correct. That's correct.
yes. So,
Yes.
put it all together. I mean, it's nothing wrong.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm a big dreamer, Juliet,
Yes.
and I
Me
dream, I
too.
swear, I think I dream at least 2 or 3 movies a week out of my head.
Go girl.
I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm gonna put it together, but I am gonna reach out to you when it comes to helping to produce and direct. Um, you are
Exactly.
you're
Exactly.
really a phenomenal woman, and you have the audacity. Let me just say
Thank
this: the
you.
audacity to go beyond what you've learned educational wise. Not only are you a doctor of health informatics nursing, but you really took it to the next level, and I admire you for that. You know what I mean? I want you
So
to be really good.
I want to give a shout out to my school that I teach now, Western
Okay.
Governor University, WGU. I'm giving a shout out to them. Very good school. If you just
Okay.
want to go to a school where you can do your nursing informatics or do project management, or that's where to go. And I
Okay.
also teach another school too, Aspen University. I also teach at U Science University.
How do you
Okay.
have all this time? So you teach at 2 or 3 different schools,
Yes.
and that
Yes.
doesn't affect your love life.
No. Oh, no way. No way.
Okay, good, good. You find time. That's what I want to make sure.
Yes. Yes.
That's
I do
great.
find
That
time.
is that is great. So I want to show everyone. I'm gonna take you. I want to show them the intro to your Let's
Okay.
Talk, because Juliet, Dr. Juliet Banu, she has a talk show, and it's called Juliet. Let's talk it out, Juliet,
Let's
right?
talk it out with Juliet. Come
With
on.
Juliet.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
Yes.
So I want to show them just a little intro, and they'll be able
Thank
to
you.
find more information about your show. So I'm going to remove you for a second, okay? And
Okay.
I'll bring you back. I hope it comes out right. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not a pro like you. Man, Juliet, I love it.
Thank
Did you see
you.
it?
Yes, I
Yes,
did. Yes, I
very, very
did.
nice.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
did.
God, you are phenomenal. And I hope the guests were able to see it to the viewers. It was
I
really
hope
nice. I
so
really
too.
appreciate you. You have to get me in contact with that gentleman that did that intro for you.
I will.
Very,
I will.
very professional.
So that's a shout out to him. That's my director for the American Fantasy, John Uche.
Okay.
He did a wonderful. In fact, he's the one that taught me how to act. So he was really
Oh,
wonderful. Yes.
okay.
Yes. So shout out to
Excellent.
him.
Excellent. Wow.
But
Well, look, I
before
was
I
going
get
to
in trouble, I'm sorry. Before I get in trouble, I have to give a shout out to my husband.
yes. Oh,
My
please, you better. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Please give a
my
shout out to
king.
your husband. Your kid.
Yes,
That's right.
so I'm giving a shout out to my husband, my king, my handsome
Oh,
Bobo, the guy on top, the one that makes me jiggy jiggy.
I love it. You hear
Thank
that,
you.
lady? We can learn from Dr. Bonner, because she knows how to really make him, make people just smile, feel good, and feel
Thank
like, look,
you.
I want to play Minnie Riperton, Loving You. You know that song?
Okay. Yeah,
I
let's
was,
hear that.
I was going to sing it, but I can't sing. But I love when she says, loving you, easy because you're beautiful. Making
Mm,
love with you is all I want to do. So I'm just reaching. She said, every time that we, ooh, and she's more in love with him. So
Yeah.
how do we get back, since we're on the topic of romance and love and marriage and all that, how do you keep romance going in a relationship? What's the key?
So, some people would say that marriage is work. I don't really see it as work, right? I see it as fun. Something that two people do together. There has to be an agreement. It can't be one person just pursuing the other. It has to be the two, and it's like a decision. It's not based on money, uh, looks. Well, looks does matter a little bit, Well, but not
Yeah.
a little bit.
Just a little bit. You gotta have a
Yes,
little bit. Yeah.
a little bit. Because if I say that it's not based on look, my husband is going to say I'm lying because I'm always telling him about the exercise, looking skinny and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's a work in progress, something you have to work on. It doesn't take that much to make somebody smile. It doesn't take that much to make somebody feel loved. A little thing here and there, words here and there, text messages. I don't know if I told you that I don't really like cards, right? I love my husband sending me email. That's all.
Oh.
Sending me email, text messages, telling me how you doing, giving me the sexy names, And I'm telling you, by the time he's done doing that all through the day, the night is just gonna be, you know what I mean?
Whoa. See, that's
So,
what you call, that's actually a form of, I guess, foreplay, right? He's getting it
yes,
started. He knows
yes,
how to connect with you.
hmm,
And it's the
yes.
little things. So it's not necessarily the diamonds and the pearls,
Mm-mm,
although
no,
all of this stuff is nice. The
mm-mm, it's
display is
nice.
nice, but it's what
Hmm.
you do every day for a
Yes.
person.
Hmm.
That's
The way
because love is an action. Love is an action word,
Exactly.
right?
That's true. That's true. That's true. The way you look at that person, there's a saying in my language. They say that you don't look for a goat, like a black goat. You don't look for it in the night. You know what that
Okay.
means? So you don't
No.
wait till the night to start romancing the woman. You have to
Ah,
start early. So
I
by the
like
time
that.
it's night, you're not trying to you know, so it's already a done deal.
Okay, I like that. I'm gonna start using that saying. You don't
Yeah.
wait till the night. Okay, right.
Mhm. You have to
That,
start
that
early. Yes, yes.
oh, absolutely. So what do you
Mhm.
think is the, like, what people, of course, divorce rate unfortunately is kind of high throughout the world. And I've heard that unfortunately because of the pandemic, you have a lot of people that are divorcing or either people getting closer.
Mhm.
What would you say? How would you reach out to, maybe there are some viewers out there who are thinking about calling it quits? What would you tell them to get them to change their mind, to like work it out? Let's talk it out with Juliet.
Yes, yes, yes. So the thing is that you have to remember your why. Your why. Why did you guys even come together in the first place? What brought you together? So when you remember that, and one of the issues that the greatest problem people have in marriage is pride. Pride.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
So I remember when my husband gets me upset, I would go into the room, hoping that he would come and beg me. So I'll go to another room. Now I'm
Okay.
sitting there. I really want him to say, all I wanted was just say, I'm sorry. Then I'll just say, okay, okay. He won't come to say I'm sorry. So we'll pass each other in the hallway. We're not talking to each other. He wants me to come back to the bedroom. I want him to come and tell me he's sorry. Both of us are full of pride, and we're spending 2 days without
Oh
each
no.
other, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah, and
I've seen couples.
time is so precious. That's a way.
Exactly,
Don't waste
exactly.
time being angry with one another.
Yes. So
Okay.
talk it out. Just talk it out. Just talk
Oh
it
wow.
out. That's all
Man,
it
and
is.
you know
Talk it
what?
out.
Do you feel as though that's something that is, I mean, there's something like, I mean, it's not like when when we're little kids, we don't really know how to talk it out. We're
Hmm.
kind of at it with one another. People
Hmm.
disagree. But when do you finally realize? I mean, because sometimes it takes people until they get, in their 40s or in their 50s,
Hmm.
and sometimes the 60s say, you know what? Maybe we need to talk things out instead of ignoring one another, being angry with one
Mhm.
another. So, I mean, there's no book, you know what I mean? I guess there's
Yeah.
no
Mhm.
textbook to teach people how to have a successful relationship. So it is a
No.
trial, a little bit of trial and error, right? Sometimes you're going to go through, right? Like the
Mhm.
anger, I guess you go
Yeah.
through little things.
And then, like for me, after being married for years, well, March will make us, I think, 34 years of
Oh,
marriage.
that's
Okay.
beautiful. Yes.
So, the person gets you mad, you're angry at them. You spend weeks getting angry. You come back together again. You spend another week getting angry. You come back. It's like, okay, why even wasting all this time? You're gonna come back to the person anyway. Why not just
That's
talk it out? And
talking about,
and,
that's
and
right.
yes, talk it out and make up and tell the
Okay.
person how you feel, what makes you upset, and then hopefully that person is good enough to say, I'm sorry. I'm just
Yes.
And that would be it, instead of spending all that time being upset. Do you know, I know couples that spend so much time, a year, being upset with each other. At the end of the day, they didn't know what started the quarrel.
Wow.
Yeah.
I believe it. Sometimes it's
Mhm.
the smallest thing, you know.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's crazy. So, yeah, that's a long time to be mad. And for
Mhm.
me, I think it's fine. I'm always a very boisterous person, talkative person. So I find it very hard, even like with my daughters. Remember, they
Mhm.
made me mad, and I was angry with them. I was like, nope, I'm not going to give in. I'm going to stay mad, and that's it. They can't say anything to me. I closed my door. But then I started feeling, after you stop and think about it, I started saying, okay, you start realizing that, well, was it really that bad that made me so
Mhm.
angry I didn't want to talk to her? Could you start processing a little bit your
Yes.
thoughts?
Yes.
Maybe it wasn't as bad as I took it. Because a lot of times
Mhm.
we are, as women sometimes, or just people, period, we are sensitive. Our hearts are so sensitive.
That's
You know,
correct. That's correct.
we get
Yeah.
so, like for me, I do wear my heart on my sleeves if people say something. So
Mhm.
growing up, I may have said, "Oh, they said this to me," or if you yelled. Now, for me, like if someone yells at me, then I feel like, well, you yelling at me, that's not love. But
Ah,
sometimes at that time, you think at that time because they're yelling at you that they don't love you anymore. But that's not
yeah.
true. It may be because of the situation or something. It could be
Yeah.
something you don't know what the other person's going through. So,
Mhm.
like you said, let's talk it out. I
Let's
guess
talk it
ask,
out. Let's talk it.
yeah,
Mhm.
what's on your
See,
mind, right?
yeah, so my daughter actually is the one that taught me that, like one time she got me mad. So I decided not to say a word to her. And so for almost 2 days, I didn't say anything to her. And
Okay.
she came to me. She was really very upset. She said, Mom, I cannot believe you. You
Wow.
seriously did not talk to your child? Wow. She was like, the way she made it, I felt so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, did I do something
Oh,
wrong?
so she was the adult at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So after that, from then on, anytime there's an issue, she's 17, so we're going through the 17 thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
yes.
mean? Like, so anytime, we have an issue and now we just talk it out,
Oh, that's
and
great.
instead of
That's
wasting that
great.
time. Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
that's great. Look, we have some comments here. Oh my
Okay.
God, people are just look. You have someone. I'm going to pronounce their name. Okay, um, it's spelled Adiuku. That says I guess they have little emojis here. And it's spelled. I cannot spell. Is I? Is it Jeoma?
Ijama. Ijama.
Ijama. Yes.
Yes.
Someone
Hi,
commented.
Ijama. How you doing? Thank you for
Yeah.
coming.
So, okay, so I like to put what I'll do is I'm going to go through the chats real quick just to show you,
Okay.
that we do have viewers. People love us. Hey,
Yes.
Felicia. Good evening, Felicia. And this is another friend of mine. Her name is Michelle. She is from Texas. Hey,
Oh.
lady, I'm not attending the city council meeting, so I'm here with you. Oh, because she told me she was going to be at the meeting, but she did show up.
Oh.
See?
Okay.
Okay, so she said, "You're looking
Show
amazing." And
you
then
see
this is
Doris.
yeah, we have
Doris, my best
Doreen.
friend, my very good. Oh, that's
Oh
Ijoma.
yeah,
Yes.
Doreen. Oh, she said you are looking gorgeous. Look, we got
Yeah,
some
she's my best friend. I paid
thank
her to say that.
you paid
I
her.
paid her to say that. Yes.
I'm gonna have to do that. That's good. You better pay her good. I hope you pay her well. But she's looking
Oh,
gorgeous. Oh man, look, and oh, my girlfriend Michelle says, beautiful lady,
Oh,
Juliet.
thank you, Michelle. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes. Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. Look, and I have a cousin of mine. She just came on. She said, I missed it again, cuz she fell asleep, but watching it now. It doesn't
Yes,
matter, Donna, as long as
yeah,
you're here. That's the main thing. That
yes,
is the
yes.
main thing. We're having fun. And I just want, I
Oh,
want the viewers to see how much
my
fun you can
husband
have.
is there. I saw my
Where's your husband?
husband.
Okay, he
Okay.
didn't say anything. Tell him to say something.
Say something, okay, please. Tell
Yeah,
them about
tell him
your
to put it in
beautiful
the
wife. Where are you?
yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah,
be in
tell him to put
trouble.
it in the if he puts it in the chat, I can put it out there. Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
Did he
Tell
escape?
him
He just left. He's coming back.
he left the
He's just,
building. He'll be back. Okay.
yeah, he better be
Uh-oh.
back.
Uh-oh. My girlfriend just
Valentine.
told me this. A girlfriend that just got off of work. That's okay.
Oh,
You can always go back and watch the broadcast.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Oh, I love it. This
Thank
virtual
you.
stuff, but virtual with, I call it virtual with a purpose. We are here
Yes.
today to bring you purpose, to bring you some love,
Mm-hmm.
romance, joy. We're going to have fun with this program tonight. Yes.
You're
And any
forgetting
comment?
something.
What's
Sex.
that? Sex.
Sex.
Yes. Oh, let's
We're gonna
talk
talk about
about
that
that.
too.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Yes. Let's look. I'm gonna have to hide. Look, I'm taking this. I'm gonna go on full screen about the sex. Okay, let's see. Yes, please enlighten us. Yes. Let's
So,
talk about that. We talked about romance, relationship discussions. So what
mhm.
is it about sex that's so important in a relationship, a marriage,
You know,
or
one of,
just
one of the most important thing, the reason why I actually wanted, started with let's talk it out with Juliet, is
okay?
particularly about sex. Sex is one thing that people don't like to talk about. I mean, once you mention the word sex, everybody cringe. Like, you can talk about that. It's too private. It's too personal. And a lot of people are dying because they're not getting it. Okay.
Okay,
So
I
it's very
believe it.
important. You talk about it with your spouse. You get like, I know some women who are going through stages in their life that they're not doing anything with their spouses. Some of them will say, oh, I just don't feel like. But at the end of the day, you find out that maybe they're too dry. So they don't know there's
Okay.
something they could do, you know. Or sometimes they're going through some kind of depression, just that mood swing that women go through. So
Yes.
if they talk it out, they will understand that it's just a phase that they're going through, you know. So, and you'll see couples, just staying in a marriage, acting like roommates, missing
Yes.
the joy of really being together, you know. So, and I've had a friend who said, "Is that all you talk about? Sex, 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 sex." I said, "It's not all I talk about, but it's what helps a marriage." So if you look at the
Exactly.
the website, the Facebook, there was a question I asked: Is marriage without sex, is it dead?
I
So
remember seeing that. Yeah.
yes. So we had so many debates. People said it's not. But given that sometimes some person may not be able to do because of illness, but I still believe that even because of illness, you can still go and get help. There could be
I
other
believe that.
ways.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. The way
Absolutely.
other.
And you know what else I find when you said about illness? I don't
I'm
know if
sorry.
it's just, I think on both parties for men or women, especially
Hmm.
for women, like you said, if women you're experiencing dryness or if it, was hurt
Hmm.
during intercourse, instead of telling their mate sometimes or either going to the hospital to see what's wrong, they'll feel
Hmm.
like, well, I'm just not going to do anything. Or
Exactly.
and if a man is having problem with getting an erection or something like that,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a manhood thing. Maybe they're
Hmm.
embarrassed, but like
Hmm.
by you being in healthcare, you probably you know a lot about I guess other options that people
Yes.
can take,
Yes. Hmm.
to help themselves. Yep.
Yes. There's certain things that they can do. And also, I'm about to say something that's going to be very controversial, right? So there's
Okay.
some African women that are circumcised, right? So the way the circumcision is done could make it very hard for them to actually, um, enjoy sex.
Okay.
I've talked to a woman who told me she has never ever really enjoyed sex in that way, you know.
Oh,
So, but there's other things they can do too to really, if the her spouse knows that, hey, this is not just bam bam bam, thank you, but you have to do a little bit of work. You have to do a little bit of things, you know, to have this woman really enjoy this, you know, precious, wonderful activity that is made between a man and a woman.
yes.
That person may actually enjoy it, you know. But sometimes we don't talk about it. You just said, oh, well, you know, what the heck? It's not necessary. It's not important. Yes, it's important.
Mhm.
It helps you, rejuvenate you. It brings out is it a serotonin that it's kind of
Yes,
brings
sir.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So it is important, you know. Mhm.
And you know what I noticed too? I think that people don't feel like in the bedroom. Now, let me ask you how this is kind of, I guess, this is maybe people may have a different view about this. Do you feel like
Mhm.
during the time where man and woman, they're engaging in sex that they should talk in the bedroom? Do you believe in that?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Or don't
they
say
should.
anything because I think that's a part of keeping them aroused when you talk and let the
Yes.
person know that, oh, I love you, you're special to me,
Mhm.
I love the way you make me feel, just things like that. And it's just letting your pride down instead of feeling like, oh, I won and I know I make him
Mhm.
feel better, or I'm always making him feel better, or he doesn't do anything for me. You have to, like you said, talk it out, right?
Yeah, like talk
Yeah,
it out. And the other thing I always tell women too is that you can be different thing for your husband. It doesn't just have to be that, you know, wife kind of love making. Yeah, you can do love making. You can also, you know, fulfill some of his fantasies that are really now that are within limit. I'm not talking
okay.
about some wild fantasy.
Not
You know,
okay. Dancing on the
fantasy
table, right?
chandelier, you know,
And
you
then
know,
we got, yes, yes. Or putting the trench coat on, don't have anything under it, and just
yes,
just walking through,
you
put
know,
your high
yes.
heels stilettos on.
Mhm. Yes, just doing those, you know, little things that, you know, that somebody actually was telling me that, you know, I don't condone affairs. But sometimes men have affairs because the mistress tend to do more wild things and more other things than the wifey
That's
will
right.
do, you
That's right.
know. So let's be the mistress, the wifey, the trophy wife, the working wife,
Everything.
the every wife that we can be, you know.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Mhm.
And like you said, when you get to the point where you feel comfortable without being having any what do you call inhibitions, I
Mhm.
think that everything goes smoothly. And that's, I feel
Yes.
like when your sex life and everything is good, then that other stuff, that the disagreements, I'm not saying you won't have them, but at least, that kind of helps, with the
Yes.
relationship. But when you withhold, I just feel like, even in the Bible tells you don't withhold from giving yourself to your mate. That when you
Mhm.
withhold that from your mate, I think it's tension. It builds up tension,
Mhm.
distance, right?
That's true.
Distance from one another. So,
Yeah.
date, and people forget to date one another just because you've been married for 30 years, like, well,
Yeah.
we're married, we're a married couple. We don't have to go on dates.
Mm.
Well, how do you feel about like going on dates? I have a girlfriend of mine, she and her husband, they do have like a date night. So
Yeah.
would
Oh,
you
yes.
suggest something?
I love that. Like sometimes I like in my basement, I set up my basement like a restaurant. So if we're so
Ah,
busy, yeah, we're so busy and we can't really go out and do all that. I'll set up the basement like a restaurant and we sit there. We just kind of like act like one time my daughter, you know, acted like she was like the waitress and she was
oh,
just
I
there
love
helping us.
that.
Took pictures and all that. It was really nice. Like I always say, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. It can just be in your kitchen, just set up things, make it look more special, you know. But talk about the other part, you know, when you talk about the stress, right? I'll give you a story. When I used to work as a nurse, right? And there was this nurse, every time you're taking report from her, she's so mean. She will like yell at you, get upset with you, tell you you didn't do what you're supposed to do. But guess what? A month later, so I'm giving her a report. She's like, "Oh, Julia, don't worry about it. It's okay." She's just smiling. No problem. I'm like, okay, something is wrong here. So come to find out that she just started dating one of the
Ah,
doctors. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that's it. That changed your mood. Yep.
Girlfriend changed.
You know what? I'm telling you, I remember working with someone like that, and then all of a sudden
Mhm.
their personality changed. I said, ah,
Yes.
she got a
Hmm.
boyfriend. She's
Yes.
dating.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
unfortunate, like women, we shouldn't be, at each other like that. But when we don't feel, unfortunately, when people when they don't feel love on the
Yes.
inside, it comes on the
Hmm.
outside and in our
Hmm.
mouths or things that we say. So I've said things,
Yes.
not realizing. And look, I've even had snapped at my daughter. I never forget one time. I think it's
Oh.
because I was mad at her father or whatever, and I snapped at her. And I thought about it. I'm like, maybe because nothing happened during that week, because I was mad. I was withholding from him, and I snapped at
Mhm.
her. And then I thought about it. I said, did you do your homework? You need to do this. And I realized, I said, okay, Leslie, this is not, come on, don't put it on the kid. Look at you.
Yes.
It's always say, it's me, oh Lord, standing in need of
That's correct. That is so correct. You're right.
prayer.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
So, but
Mhm.
I'm just glad that we have shows like this. God put it in us to put together. I call
Mhm.
it a nice, engaging show. Mine's is Lunch and Chat with Leslie, and yours is Let's Talk It Out with Juliet. And
Yes.
Juliet, remember, I think I told you this earlier during the week. We must have at the same time you sent me the invite for your show.
Mhm.
I was putting on there. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, let's chat. Hey, it's Leslie. Let's talk about it. Then yours came up. I'm like, that's
Yes.
amazing. That's nothing but God. So that's
Yes.
confirmation that we are supposed to continue to do what we're doing.
Yes.
So,
Exactly. That's correct. That's correct. Yes. Yes.
so,
Yeah,
so
Leslie, I'm so blessed to know you. Yes. Yeah.
oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's mutual
Mhm.
here, honey. I feel the same. And
Yes.
look, wait a minute. Someone has here, oh, everybody's saying, so I gotta put this here. Oh, somebody put here that they're a virgin again. Hey, woo! Good for you. And then I have another chat here. It says, hello, beautiful Elizabeth. This must be a friend of yours. Do you
Oh,
see it?
yes. 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 Thank you.
Okay. So how do you pronounce it? So Elizabeth, is it Chica? How do you
Chica,
pronounce her last?
who
Okay.
made you a car?
Madrica. Okay, you got to teach me
Yes.
that. I'm getting there. All right, here we go. Look, somebody else, they're getting the love.
Oh,
Oh, look at
that's
that.
my daughter from another mother.
Another mother.
That's my daughter. Yeah, that's my
Another
daughter
mother.
from another mother. Yes, yes,
Okay, excellent.
Sabria.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Sabria. Thank you for coming.
Yes, welcome, welcome. Okay, we have
Yeah,
someone here. I think it's at Doris.
so
She was on there. She
Chica.
put laugh. She put laugh out loud. People put some smiley faces on there. When we were
Uh-huh.
talking
Yes.
up here. And I have someone else here. Leslie, are you making a confession?
Ah, come on, Leslie. Let's talk it out.
Oh,
Let's talk it out.
that's funny. That is so funny. Yes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What was the show? What was that movie? Wait a minute. I think it was about Usher said, "These are my confessions."
Mhm.
Oh my God, I love it. And people look, my cousin, her name is Marsha. She said, I
Mhm.
love this topic. Woo! We gotta do this
Yes. Yes.
again. Maybe we need to have a romance topic every month. Okay?
Yes.
We gotta do that. Great, great, great. We have someone else here. Oh, this is your daughter. She said, hey
Yes.
girl, love you. She said, you look
Oh,
beautiful.
thank you.
Oh man,
Mwah.
this is love. This is what the goal
Yes.
was about, is to try to show love. Yes, Valentine's is
Mhm.
only a few days away or almost a week away, but I wanted to do something special. I wanted people to know that loving yourself and others, it is the greatest gift that we can give one another.
That's
And having
correct.
more information about what we need throughout our relationships. Because if we don't have, people would say, well, I'm with this person, but if you don't have any communication, any kind of connection with the person that you love, you are not doing what you need to be doing for that person. So
That's
stop
correct.
thinking about that. I think if we just say, well, you know what, I'm not going to worry about myself right now. We just put it on the person, say, whatever I can do uh, to love you, Juliet. In the same way
Yeah.
you always say, what I do can love you. I think we can go a long ways in life.
Yes.
I think, and that goes with friendships too. Learning
That's
to love one another through our friendships, besides our family. I
mhm.
absolutely, I think it's so important that we stay connected because family is the unit. So when we stay
That's correct.
connected as a family, and it's important. So do you hear me, man? It's so important, women too, that we stay connected with one another. And
That's correct.
I know for me, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to make a confession with it. Michelle said, "Are you making a confession?" My confession is, I was raised by a mother, single mom. I mean, my father and mother, they were together, but they did get divorced. So in my mind, I felt like, you know what, I'm in charge. You know what I mean? So it was
Um,
hard for me to let go. But now that I am older and wiser, I will know how to serve my king.
oh, that is
Whoever that king is
wonderful.
going to be. So I thank
That's
you for sharing that information with me about talking it out. Something as
yes.
simple as that. I wouldn't think about talking out like, oh no, I don't want to. I'm not talking to them, right?
Let's talk it out.
Let's talk it out. I'm gonna get. You know what? You need to get a shirt,
Yes.
and you need to
Yeah.
say,
Let's talk it out.
yes,
Yes.
let's
Yes.
talk it out. Right? You do. Let's check it out, and I'll do lunch and chat with Leslie. So we might do
Mhm.
it. You know what? What I can do is I'll have lunch and chat with Leslie, and on the back I'll put let's talk it out, and you do
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yes.
Okay?
We'll do that.
that,
Definitely.
that should
We'll
be
do
that
it.
should be a project for us. But
Yes.
I wanted to have a toast with you. I don't want my viewers to get angry or anything like that. But I have one. If you want to come by at the boutique or go by Juliet's house, you can get it. So do you mind pouring a glass? Let's have a take a
So,
toast. And
but
this is for
before we do that, we want to talk about this wine.
yeah. Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was used to drinking, the cheap wine that like they call like Managetoire. There's another one, Manchuis, those cheap wine, right? So
Yes.
my husband and I, we went to buy wine. So I told him, I said, I want to really drink expensive wine. I want to feel classy. So he's like, okay. So I got this wine, right? Needless to say, it was almost $80. Okay.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we came home, so excited to drink our $80 wine. So let me pour it and I'll drink and I'll tell you exactly how it tasted and why I'm
Okay.
going back to my you know what I just did? I broke it. That will show you that I don't drink wine. I broke the thing.
Oh, you broke it.
Yeah. So I
Do you
can't
want
drink it.
Oh, do you want another? Do you have another glass? You want me to wait for you?
Yeah, I can get another wine.
Okay. No.
So,
So while she's doing it, we don't wait for Juliet. Go ahead and get your wine. Yeah. So look, while I'm waiting, I'm gonna have a toast. I want to make a toast to my viewers. I want to make a toast to the viewers that just came on tonight. I thank you for joining this broadcast tonight. I've never met you, but I feel like I've been knowing you all my life. This new concept of going virtual has been great, and I felt like it's something that we need to do with one another to stay connected during this pandemic. So I hope that you will continue to stay connected to the Lunch and Chat with Leslie show, as well as Let's Talk It Out with Juliet show, because we are here for a mission and we're going to do our best to make sure that you get everything that you need. So cheers to you for being a wonderful viewer. Cheers to your Valentine's when it comes on February the 14th. But we don't have to wait till Valentine's Day. We can start doing it now, celebrating one another in love, charity, hope. There she is. Juliet is back in the house. Oh, is that a new bottle?
well, so this is another one too, right?
Okay.
So we bought
You bought
we
three
bought three
$80
different,
bottles?
huh?
You bought
Yeah.
three $80 bottles of wine?
Yes. So we were trying
Okay.
to okay. So when I poured the wine, so my husband's like, well, we're so ready to drink this wine and feel so in love with the wine. Let's look at
Okay.
me. Do you want to
Let's
toast first
taste.
before we drink?
Yeah,
Toast.
toast.
Okay.
Come on. Toast. Okay. Mm, delicious. Uh-oh. Oh no. No. That
Oh,
oh my
it
God. So
tastes
it goes to show you that goes back to what we were saying. It's not necessarily the most expensive.
No, it
Things that you
tastes like bitter leaf. It's really bitter. Like, like drinking Coke, what they call it, coffee, like dark
Oh, I
coffee,
like coffee. Oh, it's like old coffee. Is
old
it?
coffee, like 3 days
Oh
coffee.
gosh. Well,
That's
remind
my
me. I won't get any. I won't any of that. Get any of that wine. But what was that wine that you gave me at your house? Remember?
oh, sweet Catherine.
Yes, sweet
That is
Katerine. You
the
need to text that
yes,
to me so I can
yes.
do
I
this.
will.
Oh, oh my God!
It's
Look what look what your daughter said. The power
oh,
of women. Oh my
oh,
God,
thank you,
that's so
thank you.
beautiful. Thank
Now,
you, thank you.
thank
Yes, and
you.
Doris, she said that it was great conversation. Oh my
Oh
great.
yes, Doris.
Thank you, Doris. We
Yes,
appreciate you. But
yes,
we're not going to. Oh, it's 7:50. I didn't realize. Look, see how much fun we were having. Normally, we talk about 30 minutes, but when you're having this much fun, we can't help but keep it going. But I
yes,
will be back before we close. Before you leave, Juliet, I want to tell them that I'm doing a Valentine's event. This is here at my boutique. It's called Two Broke Girls Boutique, and it's 6345 South Carroll Park Drive. And I will
okay.
put it on my Facebook page so you'll know more about it. But it's going to be really nice. I decided to do a Galentine's thing. And believe it or not, it's about loving yourself. So this
Yes,
ties in very well. And Juliet, I thank you for wanting to be a guest on the show. You are perfect. I can't wait to see you Friday, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. Good, good, great. So my viewers, this is going to be I'm not even going to normally I take the person out the broadcast, but I want to talk to Juliet some more offline. But I will see you next week. And thank you so much for joining in the show to talk with Lech and to talk with me and for Juliet for the Lunch and Chat with Leslie show. But really check out her show. Let's talk it out with Juliet. We have so much in common. And guess what? I just want to say, Oprah, Gail, watch out because we're coming. Let's do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night,
Yes.
viewers. Don't go nowhere, Juliet. Hold on.